Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Morgan and I'm a pediatric nurse and early child development expert. And today I want to talk to you about popular baby toys that I dislike and why I won't buy them for my children. As someone who has worked with babies and children for years, I've seen my fair share of toys that just don't live up to their hype. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's start with this type of toy, the kind with lots of buttons and sounds that light up. These types of toys are everywhere these days, but I'm not a fan. First of all, these toys are often overstimulating for young babies. They're designed to grab their attention and keep it, but that also can be overwhelming for a developing brain. Babies need to be able to focus on one thing at a time and process it before moving on to the next thing. When they're bombarded with lights and sounds and buttons, it can be hard for them to make sense of it all. Secondly, these toys can actually hinder language development. Babies learn language by listening to sounds around them and trying to replicate them. But if they're constantly bombarded with electronic noises and music and sounds, they might not be able to hear or differentiate between different sounds. This can actually delay language development and make it harder for them to learn how to talk. So, what kind of toys do I recommend instead? Well, there are plenty of great options out there that are simple, interactive, and help promote development. For example, toys like blocks, shape sorters, and books are great for babies to play with. They can explore different shapes and textures, learn cause and effect, and practice their fine motor skills. Plus, these types of toys encourage imaginative play, which is so important for a child's overall development. When babies use their imaginations to play, they're learning to think creatively and problem solve, skills that will serve them well as they grow older. Now parents, stay with me here. I know that sometimes it's necessary to use some of these toys with lights and sounds to keep baby busy, and sometimes as parents we're just in survival mode. And that's okay. So I don't want you to feel attacked if you've been using some of these toys. I just encourage you to mix it up and really limit how much time you are spending using these toys. I know baby can really like some of these toys, but it's just important to limit the times of use and to think about how you can incorporate some of those other open-ended toys into their play, such as blocks, some textured balls, ring stacks, and toys such as this that I will link down in the description box below for you. And what I mean by open-ended is, again, it just causes them to use their imagination. There's 10 different ways that a baby can play with blocks. They can stack them, they can knock them over, they can mouth them, make sure they're not a choking hazard, they're large enough size depending on your baby's age. They can do so many different things with blocks, and that's what I mean by open-ended. It helps them use their imagination and they can do different things with it. Not just like one of the toys that lights up and they can watch things spin. There's not much you can do with that other than watch. So that's what I mean by looking for toys that encourage open-ended play. The second thing I'm going to talk about, which I talk about in a lot of my videos, and you might just want to skip to number 3 if you've already heard my spiel on it, but it is baby walkers. While they may seem like a great way to help baby learn to walk, they can actually be dangerous. And there's a huge difference between infant walkers / baby walkers and baby push walkers. I love baby push walkers. I do not like baby walkers or infant walkers. Baby walkers have been linked to an increased risk of injury and delay in motor development. It's better to let your baby learn to walk naturally with your help and guidance. And you can make sure to watch my video on avoiding these baby toys to learn more about why I do not like baby walkers or infant walkers. And you can also watch my other video on baby push walkers, how they're different and why I love them to help get baby walking. And my third toy category that I do not like and I will not give my own children is screen-based toys. In today's digital age, it's easy to be tempted by screen-based toys that claim to be educational. But the truth is, babies and young children need real-life interactions and experiences to develop properly. Screen-based toys can be overstimulating and can interfere with a child's natural curiosity and desire to explore their environment. Now, it may not be realistic for your family to completely eliminate screen time, but I do suggest in limiting screen time throughout the day and only using it in circumstances where you might be in survival mode or you just really need it to get through this period in time, and really just try and look for shows, if you're going to do screen time, that maybe your pediatrician recommends to be more educational and not so stimulating for baby. If you're going to use screen time, and really limit the time of use, and again mix up that screen time with some toys and no screens and open-ended play, because it truly can just be everything in moderation. They are not learning from the screens the way they are learning from you and their interactions with other adults and children. And my fourth toy that I don't like, or category of toys, is battery-operated toys. Similar to those light-up toys I mentioned earlier, battery-operated toys can tend to be overstimulating and may not provide much of a benefit for your child's development. They also tend to be more expensive and may not last as long as traditional non-electronic toys. And my fifth category is loud, noisy toys. While babies may find these toys amusing, they can be irritating for parents and can also be harmful for a baby's hearing. Prolonged exposure to loud noises can damage a baby's delicate eardrums, so it's important to choose toys that are quieter and more calming. And my sixth toy that I will not buy for my own children is a very popular one and might be a little controversial, but it is the Jumperoo. You might have seen this one on TV or in stores, and it's essentially a contraption that suspends a baby in a seat and allows them to jump up and down. While it might seem like a very fun way to entertain your little one, the truth is that it can be incredibly dangerous. Babies who use a Jumperoo are at risk of falling or getting their fingers caught in the springs, and it doesn't promote the proper foot placement or muscle development to help baby meet other milestones such as walking and crawling. If you do use a Jumperoo, it's really important to supervise the use of it and really limit the times of use and mix it up again with that open-ended play and floor time and tummy time. In general, I recommend choosing toys that are simple, interactive, and encourage exploration and imaginative play. These types of toys are considered open-ended, as I talked about earlier, and will provide the most benefit for a child's development. So there you have it, my thoughts on popular baby toys that I don't like and won't buy for my children, and as an early childhood development expert, and why I don't like them. I hope that this video has been helpful, and that if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.